to America. My rent $700 a month, my water bill is $3 a month, and my electricity bill is $23 a month. I literally eat for $2. I literally use transportation. I don't have a car. Use transportation for $3, literally to go 30 minutes away somewhere, bro. Why would I move back to America? I don't have a car note. I don't have a high electricity bill. I don't have a high cell phone bill. My cell phone bill in Thailand is literally $10 a month. Bro, I'm financially free.
If you're a young person and you can't afford to live here, then maybe you should not live here. I mean, that is a real thing. Yeah, I know that we've now grown up in a society that says that you deserve to live where you grew up, but the reality is that the history of America is almost literally the opposite of that. The history of America is you go to a place where there is opportunity. And if the opportunities are limited here and they're not changing, then you really should try to think about other places where you have better opportunities.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I really hate this idiot. I'll probably mute that word out. Yeah, this fucking Zionist right wing, I don't even know how you could be as a conflict of interest, but you know what I'm saying, never let nothing like logic fuck up a good scam. He's the same as Milo Yiannopoulos. He's a gay right wing conservative, if ever that even made sense. I don't think now he is, because they outed him as being gay and trying to push up on a 15-year-old, and he got dropped from some fucking online media outlet. But yeah, fucking oxymorons running around, or just morons. We could leave the oxy out. Actually, he's white, so then there's that. But to his point, he was talking about if you're young and you can't afford to live in America, then you should go somewhere where you can live. No, the fuck you shouldn't, right? He was talking about that's what America was predicated off of, right? This is the moronic shit that these right-wing conservatives, not even that, these fucking wannabe political pundits, there's a classic phrase, and I forgot who exactly said it, but yeah, you don't have to be intelligent to make money. These people are fucking got the IQ of a handball and be trying to kick knowledge. Now, America wasn't predicated on fucking migrating away. It was a land of the free, home of the brave, land of milk and honey, mainly made off the backs of slaves, but I digress. Where people in third world countries came here for a better living, right? You shouldn't have to leave the place of milk and honey just because these rich, stuffy, uptight, elitist assholes want to hoard all the resources and make you move to fucking Cambodia, right? Not even that. The whole point of like what he said makes no sense, because if you're broke as fuck, right, and you can't live here, what the fuck makes you think you can go to another country, right? Yeah, I don't think these people be thinking this shit out. This is almost as worse as that dude, and I'll probably run it before this video starts, but it was a black dude. I don't know what the fuck his name is. I think he's a streamer, because his video went viral several times. Him talking about his light bill was $3 and his water bill was $4 and he eat for $7. First of all, if my shit that cheap in American dollars, even exchange rate, I don't want to fucking be there. Right? There's nothing on the planet you can get for $7 fucking. Now, I know that our ancestors ate shit for cheap, right? And they cleaned their clothes at laundromats for 10 cents. And they bought 10-pound bags of rice for $2. And yeah, nowadays, shit costs us more because it's the adjustment for inflation. A bag of fucking rice, even still, would have been about $5 fucking back then. You just, you know what I'm saying, do the adjustment for inflation and you got 50 cents. But $7 right now, even in Thailand, is fucking $7. You can't fucking go around that shit, right? And they probably don't fucking do inspections of their buildings, and they probably don't do inspections for cockroaches and rats and all types of fucking pets that they eat. And they got ladyboys all over the fucking place. One has to ask, if it was so good to go to another fucking country, why people chopping their dick off or posing as women just to make a living? Like, you couldn't work at the mall, that wasn't a fucking option. But back to my point before I get detracted, he's talking about they can go to other places. There's no way on the other place There's no other place in the world you can go to where it ain't gonna cost you money. Hell, even relocating to Thailand, that dude was talking about living there. I researched how much it costs for a fucking resident visa. It's like $5,000, bro. If you don't got no money here, I don't know how you pulling $5,000 out your ass to go to Thailand. Not only that, you got to pay for the ticket. You got to find some place to stay until you find an apartment and a job, unless you already land one or you got a remote one. And even that's wishful thinking. So like the ideal and just the like mechanics on how the fuck he's thinking makes no sense, right? Where you gonna go to? Dublin, Ireland? Shit costs money. You want to go to Brazil? Hell, they require people to actually have $2,000 in the bank and to purchase their visa, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is like $1,500. Once again, if you ain't got no money fucking here, where is you pulling $1,500 out your ass at? Your mom's basement? And if you live in your mom's basement, like, maybe you can hoard money and move to another country. That's granted that she lets you live in the basement for dirt cheap. And right now, if they bitching about money, it's probably because their parents charging them fucking rent, because shit has gotten bad here. So like that whole train of thinking is just dumb. And on top of all that, if you growing up in a developed first world nation, the fuck you gonna go to, like, going to Thailand or Cambodia, parts of Africa, while there are good spots in all these places, right, for the most part, it's not carved out like America, right? You can't go every corner of Thailand and they got running water or electricity that works every fucking where. You're gonna hit fucking bumps in the road. Hell, even Africa, where they do got lights and internet and plumbing and shit, right? The water turns off sporadically. The lights sometimes don't work for weeks or months at a time. And plumbing isn't everywhere. If it was, they would be shitting on the fucking ground. I would have thought that was obvious, but then I think most people don't. Yeah, so you would probably, if you did relocate, want to go to a first world nation, and yeah, next stop is the UK or Australia. To which, might I add, fuck a visa to get to Australia or to have in Australia. Getting there is $34.50 round trip. Let's say you just go there one way, $17.50. Once again, you still hit with the plight to have to actually find a place to stay, a job to have, unless you do remote. Most people don't. So then there's that. And if you got a remote job, you can stay in the States. Like, why the fuck would I ever move to Uganda if I had a remote job? Like, the mechanics on the shit he's saying just doesn't make sense. And it's probably because he's a right-wing conservative fuckhead that's probably made, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, while I'm talking about it, let me look up his net worth. See how much this fucking dickhead is worth. Okay, right here, the BBN Times. I don't know how accurate this is. This and Mark Allred on X says that Ben Shapiro and also the BBN Times says that, and the Blockchain Reporter and some YouTubes, South China Morning Post and Celebrity Net Worth, which is untrusted, but they're saying the same shit. This nigga's net worth is $50 million. Like, if your net worth is $50 fucking million, you're an elitist. And what you're saying about people going to other fucking countries, yeah, there's a reason you want them to go to other countries, so that you can buy up all the real estate in the places they want to live. So yeah, nobody with a working brain should be listening to this dickhead, because he don't want you here. He wants you to leave so he can buy the real estate and further jack up the prices and have more motherfuckers migrate to other places. They just simply put, the fucking elitists, they just want America to themselves and they bullshit kids, so that they can hoard all the resources, live amongst themselves, criminalize or incarcerate people for next to nothing, and have America the land of the elite. Nah, me personally, I think we need to start fucking fighting back. And you know what I'm saying, I'd be remiss to say that the thing that happened to Charlie Kirk shouldn't happen to him. I think if it's a chopping block, I think homie is on the list. And I'm not condoning that people go out there and do something. I'm just saying, if there is a list and people are putting one together, checking it twice, he need to be on that bitch. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Not only the fact that he's a smug, arrogant asshole that came up with this synopsis on his fly, but the fact that he's a weakling. There was once upon a time when the weak nerds and the snowflakes and the oddballs, they stayed the fuck out the limelight, because, like, us in the real world didn't tolerate none of this shit. Now, because of the internet, people feel so liberal to say shit out the side of their ass like, yeah, you should eat dirt and drink poison water and live in other countries if you can't stay here. It's like, nah, bro. We need to start doing the Luigi Mangiano on you motherfuckers. I'm telling you, if ever a revolt or a revolution or whatever civil chaos breaks out, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers, him, Elon Musk, and the rest of these corny sounding motherfuckers is gonna be food. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Elon Musk had the nerve to get on X a few years ago and say something disparaging about like less fortunate people. I forgot exactly what it was, and I think I did a snippet on my Instagram page. But I tweeted, I retweeted shit, and I tagged him. I was like, bro, if ever there's a civil conflict, you're gonna get ate. People gonna scale the walls, find where you live, and they gonna eat your ass like the zombie apocalypse, as they should. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm is out.
No.